Hey, what's up, Nathan? My name is Steven. Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 things that will actually start getting you found by Google and start bringing in more high quality jobs for your business. Now, if by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you found by Google and get you high quality jobs, reach back out to me and we can chat. Or you can just take this information and implement it yourself, and that's fine. Now, I'm not going to waste any more of your time or mine, and I'm going to jump right into this. Now, the 3 things I'm going to be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your homepage, basically everything on your web page, but primarily your homepage here. Now, most business owners, they understand that the content on their homepage is important, but they're not really sure how much content or what type of content Google is actually looking for. See, Google usually likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a front page. This gives you plenty of opportunity to put in all these, we call them buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. This is basically what people are searching for on Google when they're searching for your services with an intent to buy. Now, I went ahead and pulled up the #1 competitor here for electricians in Winston-Salem in the Triad area, and it says Kenco Electric Incorporated. I put them into a tool here called Ahrefs. This tool gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google actually uses to rank websites. Okay. So right now, Kenco, their website is being found for 14 keywords. And because of those keywords, over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 111 times. Okay. So I went ahead and put your website in the same tool. And right now, you're not being found for any keywords. So therefore, you're not going to get clicked on. Okay. So let's go back to our competitor. We can click on this number here and pull up all the keywords they're being found for. We can actually see how much they were or how many times each of these keywords, key terms were searched over the past month. So electrician Winston Salem alone was searched 150 times, on just that one, and their site was clicked on 56 times. So a third of the people, over a third of the people searching for that term clicked on their site, right? You got electrician Salem NC. And what we're really looking for are the keywords that are paired with the location. So this electrical service contractors, that can actually open you up for nationwide and even global searches. So we try to stay away from that. But all these ones in Salem was you want, and you want to go ahead and grab all these that are relevant to your site and to your services rather, and you'd want to put them on your site, right? And not just once, but maybe even twice, but you don't, that's why it's good to have a lot of words on there so it doesn't look like what we call keyword stuffing. If you were to do that with the content and put on those keywords more than your competition, you would dominate them when it came to content. Now, the next thing I want to go over is called citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like electrician, Winston-Salem, studies have shown that right around 45% of people searching for these terms are going to be clicking on one of the businesses right here in this map pack here. Now, this has everything to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people, they think it's the reviews. They're like, I need more reviews. That's what's going to get me ranked. Now, check it out. If that was the case, why isn't Gwen Services up top here, right? Kenco is in here, and they only have 47 with a 4.8 rating, right? So it's not that, and this is 4.7 at 109. So it's not reviews, it's primarily citations that get you up in here. Now, citation is basically your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these directories are Yelp, Yellow Pages, and White Pages, and there's plenty more. And you guys probably already have some, but it's usually the businesses that make it in here. We see usually have like around 250 to 300 citations. The good news is there's actually tools that will show us what citations these businesses have. So we can literally see what Breadco Electric has. And say, for example, they have 250 citations. You'd want to go down the list, grab all the citations that you don't have already. And then when you're done with that, grab about 100 more, and that will put you right on top of the pack here, right? Get you into that 45% of people that are clicking in here. Okay. Now underneath the map pack is what we call Google's organic search results, and the #1 spot will get right around 40% of clicks all by itself. Where the map pack, is 45 split up between the three. This is 40% all by itself. And the main driver here are backlinks. Essentially, a backlink is when you have another website on the internet that's linking back to you. There's a link on their website. When it's clicked, it leads that person right to your website. And Google uses this as a referral system in a sense. So the more relevant that website is, it's linking back to you, the better, right? So for example, say there's a local blog page or even a popular industry site, like a popular electric site, even nationwide, is even better. And it's linking back to you. That's what's actually going to push your website up in Google's rankings. But since you guys are an electrical company, say like Pizza Hut, right? It's a is linking back to you. You have a backlink from them. They're a popular site. They get a lot of traffic, but it's not going to do you any good in your rankings because you guys don't sell pizza, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull up our competitor again. And so to be clear, it's content and keywords that get you found by Google, and it's the backlinks and the quality of backlinks that get you ranked by Google, right? Okay, so now we want to look at the backlinks. So our Kenco Electric currently has 177 backlinks. Now, you guys actually have more backlinks, but there's a couple things going on here. First of all, it's not so much about the number of backlinks, it's about the relevancy of them. Are they relevant to your industry? That's first. Secondly, it doesn't matter how many backlinks you have. If you're not being found for keywords, they can't rank you, right? So, but since we know for a fact that Kenco's getting pushed up and ranked to the top because of their backlinks, we want to look at them. And not necessarily the actual backlinks, but they have 177 backlinks coming from 96 total referring domains. That's just another way of saying websites. So we want to see the websites they're getting their backlinks from. So we're going to click on that number. This is going to pull up all the websites they're currently getting backlinks from, right? So they're getting like 6 backlinks from this one beststartup.us, right? So you want to go down this list and then grab backlinks. You'd have to reach out or go to these websites to try to acquire these backlinks and get all the ones that you don't have already. If you went down this entire list and did that with all their backlinks, it would take a little bit of time, but you would end up in contention for that number one spot, assuming all your content and keywords were on point, right? Now, to ensure that you get that number one spot, I would do the same thing with the top 3 companies on this list. If you did that with those backlinks, you would eventually take over the number one spot and take over all the traffic that they're getting. Okay, so let's go ahead and recap what we went over. The first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations. You want to be, I'd say, in at least 300 to 400 directories to really dominate the map pack. And then lastly are backlinks. You need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that it's your company that's the authority when it comes to electrical companies in Winston-Salem and the Triad area. Now, if you were to do this, like I said, it takes a little bit of time to rank, but you would definitely take over the number one spot. Now, as I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or you can book a discovery call with me. Again, my name is Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can reply back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. All I ask is you give me a little bit of feedback on this video and let me know how I did. But other than that, Nathan, I appreciate your time. I know this was a surprise for you, but I hope it gave you some really good information, if anything. All right. So thanks for your time and have a good day. Bye-bye.